Hey everyone, you are listening to Beyond the Ring podcast. I am Tejas. This is the NXT 2.0 review. And before we get into this review, guys, make sure to hit that like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more wrestling content and reviews like this. So, guys, we had quite a shaking episode of NXT that shook my mind actually. And we opened up the show with the random guys standing in the ring, which is quoted to be the new guys, the new faces of NXT that we are going to see, and probably we're gonna be it's gonna be a hard way to understand these guys. It's gonna take time, and I'm sure about that. And we had NXT champion Tommaso Ciampa coming up, and he had his passionate promo, and he just cuts that he has never lost his title, so he's the NXT champion. Crowd gives him a good ovation. We had LA Knight coming up. LA Knight had a promo there, and then we had Odyssey Jones saying that you had just lost two matches last week, and we had Pete Dunne because you know that he's the only top guy you can say after. I mean, in the title picture, he's being on for several months because we have seen that some Mojo face off. He was looming around that title thing. Kind of, they were trying to give him the spotlight. So and that was also the thing. I didn't understand one thing that they did. They had these guys standing and they're just brawling with each other, and we had just to confirm the tag team match, that is Champa and Braun Breaker. And Braun Breaker is the star man. He if Roman Reigns is the guy of main event, main roster, so Braun Breaker is the main the NXT, and he is going forward going forward to be a big deal, I would say. And they are treating him like that. So we had just to face off against Pete Dunne and Rich Holland. I didn't understand why they did this drama. It was just a average thing that I thought about. I didn't like that too much, and just took a lot of time. Just a waste of time, I would say. And we had a Kushida versus Roderick Strong for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. This was the first match, and so this was a nice match, a nice NXT match. So the wrestling aspects of NXT is still like we actually expect, like. It's not practicing that main roster style, you can say. It's still the NXT style that we are seeing, hard hitting and some great wrestling that you can say. And but this match was we have seen this match before as well in between these. So this was just a nice match. I would say nothing to say much about. We had the title change where the Creed brothers, the Diamond Mine guys, are called, and they actually IV9 actually hit Kushida, that Superman punch that looked cool. And we had Creed brother then dumped Kushida in the ring, and Strong hit the Kushida with that finisher that got the victory for Roderick Strong. He is the NXT Cruiserweight champion. So nice, I would say. They are being having running around with no gold, and yet they have a lot of good talents that need to have some legitimacy. So I think they had done good decision. I mean, Kushida haven't done well as a cruiserweight champion. I mean, they haven't booked him very well, and he was like a heel or a babyface. I didn't know about that. Probably that guy, the Santos Escobar, is one of the best cruiserweight champion that I have seen, and he just carried out the belt so well. And yeah, if you could again this. Again, like Escobar coming to the cruiserweight champion, I wouldn't mind it, I would say. But it's not right now. That's not the thing that's they are going with. So we had this match, and then we had a squash match. The squash match begins, man. Kaylee Ray versus Amari Miller, new talent. Kaylee Ray made a short work of her, and just there, nothing to talk about. And we have a lot of talents like Trey Baxter. Had a fa- had a had a match against Dante Chan, the first Singaporean wrestler that they are saying. So that was just under a minute, nothing to say about. So they throw a lot of new faces in this episode, and that was very unwarranted, I would say. And they did a very bad job in this. I mean, the new faces, I kind of liked it when they did the last week thing. They had not like two or three guys who actually were and that had a good flow. But this was like they were just throwing around like the new names, just take it, just take it, just take it, like. And I was even don't even understand what the hell they are doing. Like 45 minutes they are throwing off some new faces and some random, I mean, some squash matches, and that isn't even like not fitting to my mind, because we haven't accustomed to this kind of thing. So just throwing into the well wasn't a good thing, I think so, that they did. So anyways, guys, we get to the next match, Cameron Grimes versus Joe Gacy. This was also a squash match, nothing to say about. And yeah, Cameron Grimes got the victory here with a cave-in finisher. And then we had Legado del Fantasma continuing their rivalry against Hitro, and we had the women rivalry that's going on. Electra Lopez, whom they have recruited into the Fantasma side, and we have B Fab from the Hitro side. So they had a kind of a scuffle between, kind of had a brawl. And I mean, I didn't care about that. I just don't care about that. Maybe they could make this kind of a faction rivalry instead of making a kind of a one-on-one rivalry. Maybe have a six-man tag or something. Just yeah, just they aren't building it well. Electra Lopez had a match as well against I don't know what was her name. She got the victory, and post that we had a Trey Baxter segment with Cora Jade. And I'm actually putting, I mean, speaking about this segment, because they are completely focusing on catching up the eyes with some appeal that you could understand, like woman appeal that they are seeing. So that's what they are doing, kind of an entertainment, kind of romantic stuff, mixing it up with. So this is not a brand that you once actually remembered of the end. This is not a Paul Levesque, where Paul Levesque NXT, where they had a great match, great storylines, engaging storylines. Still not into that, and it's even better than last week, I would say. And the bad thing that they did was throwing out the names, man, and that didn't do well. I mean, showing off new faces is good, but just throwing it off like this isn't a good way. Just have some time, have some just in a week by week time. You just build them, have some storyline. I mean, they just did it for no reason. And we have Frankie Monet ran into Raquel Gonzalez, and we had the NXT Women's Championship next week. So we actually have three title match next week. The Cruiserweight Championship is also on the line, and we have. Another one title, I don't remember. The women's tag team championship was also on the line. And Odyssey Jones was going up against the two guys, and that was just as Odyssey Jones destroyed them. That was it. He's a baby face. So, and the good stuff then we had was Mandy Rose, Gigi Dolan, and JC Jane. I like this thing. I like the promo, the segment they did, and I like the shots Mandy Rose took. And they clearly having the promos, the way actually spoken. It's all of entertainment, and it's all like they are kind of having that. You could say attracting the men viewers, attracting the young guys by having young women being shown onto the shows. And that's what they are doing. And again, this was a good thing that they build up Mandy Rose, Gigi Dolan, and JC Jane. There's three new girls, and probably Dolan and Jane are going, I mean, focusing upon that NXT Women's Tag Team title they actually spoke about. And they are going to face Io Shirai and Zoe Stark for the NXT Women's Tag Team title. So that's another title match that's been confirmed. And we had a Ikemen Jiro promo, and he actually explains what Ikemen means. It's handsome man. And man, this is all of like entertainment stuff that they are doing. Yeah. So we are not focusing on wrestling. wrestling importance is less right now, very very less. And we had then Mackenzie Mitchell had a segment with Stark and Shirai about response to the promo that Dolan and Jane had for the NXT Women's Tag Team. So just a normal promo, and they are up for the challenge, they says. And we had another woman showing up, and she is kind of waiting to enter into the from after Hartwell's honeymoon that's going to be next week. So that's probably is going to be main event, I guess. Man, I don't want to see main event segments like this. I still think that main event should close out the NXT with a great main event, good main event that NXT was used to be. And this is the time I actually think that I miss NXT, man. I think so. At this week, I would say I miss NXT, the old NXT. I don't know why, but they can probably rectify the things that I saw, that I actually told you. That's what I feel like. They need to, if they are continuing with this type of progression, the show progression, I don't think so fans are gonna be having an interest or something into this. And we had the main event then, Thomas Champion, Braun Breaker with Speedman and Rich Holland. This is a good main event, good tag team main event, and I felt a bit of a relax that I saw a good main event, and felt like a bit of an I was seeing an old NXT. The wrestling was good, and Braun Breaker was really awesome. He was incredible actually, and he is the star of NXT, and they have big plans for him, and they are kind of brewing up their rivalry with his rivalry with Tommaso Ciampa. I'm liking it. They actually building up piece. Step by step by step, and that's one of the things that I'm liking. This thing and the Mandy Rose thing, that I kind of like it, I would say. And apart from that, I would say they just thrown a bunch of new faces. That's it. We had in this match we had a Kyle O'Reilly interference, and he actually hit Holland with some kind of thing, and ref was distracted, and that actually have an opportunity. Champa hit done with a Willow's Bell, and the Breaker hit Holland with the military press slam, and that looked very impressive, man. And he's a star, man. He's one of the closing out the show with him was great, man. He's good at promo as well. We had seen in the opening as well. He's quite good in the promo as well. So they are good doing they're doing an amazing job with Braun Breaker and the Champa storyline. And I think so Champa is going to be losing the title against Braun Breaker, and yeah, probably he's going to be the one who is going to elevate the other new faces that's going to come up, like Odyssey Jones and other guys, just to name. Yeah. So the the good thing was the Braun Breaker and the toxic attraction that Mandy Rose J. That's pretty much it. New faces introducing was too much. Should not have been there this much, I would say that. And yeah, that was a bad thing that they did. And the storyline is not interesting. Storylines are not interesting. They're still till now they are not having any interesting storyline to stick it on with. That's a bad thing as well. So they are under construction, so they are building a new foundation onto the new version of NXT. So we are gonna see some new things going around next week as well. Probably, I think so. I hope so that probably next week should be good. Like we have cruiserweight championship, and we have women's tag team championship defending, and we have uh, yeah, so I think so it would be good episode maybe with that championship matches. So that's pretty much it, guys. I hope to listen know your thoughts on this week's NXT. Very a very different NXT, like it was not like last week. So guys, put it on the comment section below. What are your thoughts on the NXT 2.0 continuing? Are you into this? Are you not into this? Just sound off in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next one, guys. Until then, be safe, stay energetic, and peace.